This is the Mr. Walkers podcast with your host, Mr. Walker, my co-host, Juice. We are starting the show off with a rest in peace to P&B Rock. We lost another rapper to senseless fucking violence. I don't understand why these rappers think that the shit that you have on other people don't want, or think that you can be in other hoods without making phone calls. And they would say checking in is like a form of like extortion or whatever the case may be, but you know, it's just networking. And if you're not from a particular place, I think that you should call someone that you know from there, and they could probably tell you where to be and where not to be. And fucking security, bro. Security. Like, real shit. It doesn't make you a sucker to have security. You could have been that dude in your neighborhood at one time. But you have more people depending on you, and now you're making a shitload of money. So you're an investment to the label and to the people that helped you get here. So getting security, bro, doesn't make you a sucker. You worth a lot of money now. So I don't understand not having security. And fuck carrying a pistol if you don't have a license for it. Like, you once did, but now you're worth $2-3 million. You can fucking hire security, bro. You don't have to have the pistol on your hip now. It can be on the security guard's hip. Juice, what you think about what's going on in the rap world, in the rap community?
It's definitely changed a lot. But, you know, more things change than what they say the same. But, I mean, he ain't gonna be the last one. I hate to say that. He's not gonna be the last one, but I do agree. Like, yo, bro, if you got that type of jury on, bro, you can hire like 2 or 3 guys just to go to the Waffle House and be posted outside or posted nearby or something like that. I mean, it's just you and your shorty there.
And let me tell you, like, fuck taking pictures and posting them like the same day. If you want to take pictures to remember the day that you might have been in the hood, post them the following day, post them 2 days later. Don't ever like post them the same day and your fucking food didn't even come out yet. Why would, like, that's the craziest shit in the world. I'm nowhere near like celebrity status. I take pictures at times and post them shits the next day or later in the night when I'm no longer there. Yo, that shit is crazy. Yo, y'all need to be careful. Y'all got fucking $1 million worth of jewelry on with no security.
People was saying, they was like, out of all the Roscoe's, and that's the one that nobody goes to, because that's the one with the most problems.
But see, he wouldn't know that. He wouldn't know that because he's not from the area.
But that's why, like, you going back to checking in, you check in, you know, you better have a plug. I mean, bro, what's the NBA cat? Steven Jackson? Mm-hmm. Did you see his video? When he said, whatever city he go to, he always got a plug of somebody there that he know to check in.
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily.
And he an NBA player, bro. He don't gotta pay for security if he don't have to.
It don't necessarily mean like you are being extorted, but then again too, like you should be somewhat generous. Like, you should, if you're checking in, right? If you call your friend, this person that you think is your friend, or your friend, and you are coming to his city. You driving in a $250,000 car, you got a $250,000 worth of jewelry on, and you want to be out in the streets roaming around, you worth you got $500,000 in your possession at the moment, at that time. Bro, hopefully you'll be making well over $4-5 million a year. You got $250,000 of it around you, right? Let's say my math could be off, but why not throw him something every time you come to the town? Because he could help you maneuver through the town without being touched. Why not throw him $5,000 just to keep you safe? Yo, bro, don't go to that neighborhood. Go to that one over there. I'm gonna meet you there with niggas from the block. You throw that nigga $5,000, he get $500 to every one of the other dudes that he brought, just to hold you down. Listen, man. God bless Son family, his daughter, his girl, his moms, and whomever else loves him. Rest in peace to all the other dudes that got caught up, from him to Pop Smoke to XXX. I'm sure I'm forgetting a bunch of other people. Yeah, King Von. But even with that, right? Let's go into that as well before we even get into our topic. See, King Von died like Tupac did. And I'm gonna tell you why. King Von died like Tupac because you had a problem with a dude, another rapper, right? And you rushed him. But you got a squad around you, but you rush him? Nah, bro. But see, that's another thing too. Motherfuckers don't know how to be leaders. You understand? You get put in this position, so you get put in this position, and you still throwing the first punch. But all these motherfuckers behind you, that's their job now. You the money. One of those motherfuckers supposed to escort you to the car, put you in the car, watch you ride away, and they supposed to come back to the Goonies, and the Goonies are supposed to get on them. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Tupac, the same. He was a firecracker. You was not supposed to involve yourself in that shit, in gang shit. That nigga's a Crip. You run with the blood niggas. You rush this boy. You throw the first punch, but you got Suge Knight and all these other motherfuckers around. Big jail linebacker, NFL linebacker motherfuckers. But you throw the first punch. You got a double CD coming out that's damn near sold 15-20 million copies in this day and age right now. And you throw the first punch? If I was Suge, my nigga, I bailed you out of jail for $1 million. Nigga, you not throwing no punches.
Because that's the crazy part. You're my investment. So why would I allow you to do that and then in turn go and help you do it?
Because Suge Knight is a fucking idiot as well. But that's the way that King Von and Tupac died.
There was another dude, Young Dolph. He died similar to
Young Dolph, being in his city, he didn't think, but he had security, and they bust back.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But he wasn't supposed to go to get them cookies.
Yeah.
Don't go to get the cookies. Just like P&B. You want those fucking waffles and chickens? Send somebody to bring them shits to you. Don't go, bro. You ain't checking. You don't know that. They showed the area that he was in. The whole shit was surrounded by it's gang activity. Anyway, God bless him. God bless all the others. Y'all need to fucking stay safe. Plain and simple. So, how was your week, champ?
It was cool. You know, football done kicked off, going into the second week. So, you know, I love when the fall comes. That's football season. So,
my week was smooth. It started off rough. I ain't gonna lie. Monday was rough, but
Monday's always rough.
But Other than that, it was cool. I can't complain. Yeah, so with that being said, let's get into this shit. I think we got an interesting topic tonight for you. The topic of tonight is the thrill of the hunt, the chase of a woman, courting a woman. How exciting that could be for a man. Women might not know this. Some may. But the obstacles that guys go through, go over, run into, that guys probably wouldn't mind coming up on these obstacles. What are some obstacles that you wouldn't mind if you knew there was something greater once you get through this obstacle?
I would probably say attitude. Like, cause, they'll dabble with some girls that, they can get funky when they want.
Yeah.
But otherwise they cool. But they can get funky with it when they want. And it's like, what? Like, that could be like a turn on. You know what I'm saying? And it's the crazy thing with me is like I've always been real picky. So it's like I don't want to go like in depth of what obstacles would be because then that's like superficial. You know what I'm saying? But like attitude for me is like definitely like a number one, maybe number two. And also lack of intelligence.
That's an obstacle that you'll be willing to deal with.
No, I'm sorry. I'll take that back. See, you got me going every which way. No, you know what? Attitude. I'm gonna leave it at attitude. I'm gonna leave it at that.
I think I agree with you when it comes to attitude to a certain degree. Cause that fucking attitude could get worse.
Right.
It can get worse. But besides that, I would say fuck it. I know this is gonna sound crazy. But you notice that like when you dating someone, the shit that you learn or like, right? They might not have learned or liked or experienced. So then you put them on to something and they take to it like, oh, this is my shit now. Like for instance, I dated fucking vodka drinkers. I only drink whiskey, bourbon, scotch. That's it. And then all of a sudden, some months into dating, that's all they fucking with as well. So I could deal with the fact that dating someone that you might not, like the things that I like. Because you probably weren't introduced to them. And then once I introduce you to them, then it's like, oh, I could fuck with this. And then at times people want to be into what their partner is into.
Exactly right about that one, bro.
No, it doesn't work like that all the time, though.
No, absolutely no.
That makes for a better relationship, though.
It can. It helps.
Yeah, it definitely helps.
It helps. Because I was dealing with this girl one time, and she was into Harry Potter and shit. I was never into any of that shit. She had every book. Every book. She's seen all the movies and had every book. So something in my head said, you know what? Let me see if I can not get in her head, but let me just see if I can get into what she's into. So she would let me hold the books. Like if the nights I didn't stay the night, I'd take the book home with me. I made it through like 2 books. Still not into it though, but I tried.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying? I tried. I'm like,
So what's the feeling that you get when you have achieved the goal? And what is the goal, so to speak?
Well, I don't know if there is a goal. I'm not sure there really is like a goal because once you achieve a goal, then it's like a game. Like if you score a goal, then in order for you to win, you gotta score another goal. But it's still the same ball, the same net. You gotta score another goal. So I don't know if it's really, not for me anyway. It wasn't like a goal. Of course, I'm happy, but it was never really like a goal for me because I was never the one to really chase.
A goal for me would be to see the change in your attitude. I agree with the attitude thing that you said, right? So a goal for me would be to start to see your attitude break up, right? Where you're not normally, like where you're not so guarded or you're not so angry about whatever, because now I'm starting to rub off on you. So for me, achieving a goal would be rubbing off on you and having you realize things or look at things in a bigger picture, right? And not so focused on the smaller things. It'll probably trigger the attitude, whatever attitude that you may have about whatever. So that for me, achieving a goal would be to have you to be impressionable, so to speak, to have you looking at things differently.
That's interesting. Never really had to deal with that too much. This was the attitude thing for me. Like, damn, what I do? Like, I'm happy as hell to see you. Why you got an attitude? What? You? But you feel it ain't mutual?
Because girls, like some women are guarded. Like, they was probably hurt prior to you. So now you coming in, you gotta fix a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna probably take time because she's so guarded. So now you gotta fucking show her different, talk to her different, treat her different. You know what I'm saying?
That's possible, but it's funny you said that because let me tell you what an ex told me, the Harry Potter one. She said, this was hypothetical, it wasn't between me and her, but she was like, how can you say that you love somebody when you don't even love yourself? You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to say like, okay, I love you. In order for them to have more love for you, but then if they don't love themselves or you don't love yourself, it's all like null and void. That's null and void. Maybe it's something in them that makes them angry like that. You could try to change them, but they would have to want to change for them.
Do you think that you've ever taken advantage of someone being so open with you while dating? Okay. Well, when I was younger, I definitely did. In my teenage years, I felt like, now looking back on it, in hindsight, like, you know, now I'm an adult, so I can see all the mistakes that I probably made with particular women when I was a certain age. But especially in my teenage years and early 20s, a woman couldn't tell me certain shit because I was a player, so to speak, right? So by telling me certain shit, like, I was smart enough to swing it back, to use it against you, so to speak.
Your trump card.
My trump card. To manipulate. Yeah, so, I mean, now I look at it that way. When I was younger, I was just going through it, right? I was in it. So you're not looking at it that way. But now as an adult, I'm looking back on it like, yeah, that's what I did. That's what I was doing. So, yeah, you know.
But that's called maturity. Mm-hmm. It's not even just aging, it's just maturity. Because you got dudes that are probably older than us that still do that shit they used to do back in the day. So, you know, that's just maturity, bro. That's all.
Do you think any relationship stays the same?
Absolutely. Everything changes. Everything evolves. Like I said, with the maturity thing, even in relationships, you have to mature. And if you don't mature together, or at least close to each other, then you might have a little problem. Like you gotta kind of grow. That's maturity is growing. When you mature, you grow, right? So you gotta kind of grow together.
But you know, and I said this to you plenty of times, and I've said this to younger cousins and friends and family. A lot of times when guys meet women, or women meet guys, on that first date, they always send the representation of who they really are. They never send who they really are. You'll never see that person until time goes on. So, not everyone. Most. So, that first date, he's sending a representation of who he is. It's never who he really is. Motherfucker will tell you any and everything that you want to hear. This might sound silly to some, but think about dates that you go on or that you don't want to go on because it's sloppy and nasty, right? And it's almost somewhat embarrassing to eat that way. As if like everybody doesn't like these things, right?
It sounds exotic. It's a little exotic sounding. So yeah, come on, baby, we'll get some snow crab legs or something.
Take a motherfucker on a date that you would probably only go on with people that you're comfortable with. And let's see how they respond then. Motherfucker, you know you don't put that bib on when you eat these snow crab legs. You dip the fucking snow crab leg in the sauce 2 or 3 times. Stop acting like you only dip it once and you keep the napkin in your hand and you wipe your mouth after every bite. Like, stop, my nigga. So, like I said, a lot of people send a representation of who they want you to believe they are, especially the first couple dates. So, and sex, I had this discussion as well. Don't ever judge the first 2 times or 3 times sex-wise, like how good a person may be in bed.
Oh, no, you can't.
The first time somebody's nervous, and you're not gonna perform well the first time y'all fuck. You're just not. You gotta give him or her a couple of times for y'all to get comfortable with one another. Sex is nowhere near the best it could be or probably would be the first time around. It's just, it don't happen that way.
Especially when you didn't, with females, like you gotta like learn them. Like some females like certain things, other females don't like this. And like you want to do this way, I don't do it this way. Like, so it's just,
I doubt anybody had great sex the first time around. Like the first night. First of all, bro, let's keep it 110. The best sex comes when the condom comes off. The better sex is when the condom comes off.
Yeah, it's spiritual. Spiritual. You can't have anything blocking the spirit.
I never heard a motherfucker say that pussy was so good fucking with a condom.
You can't get her full essence, bro. Like,
it's so much better when that condom come off.
You're getting all that good essence.
All of it.
All of that, them juices is flowing, because your dick got pores too. Your dick sweats, so all them juices is flowing, going into your dick, right? So yeah.
But that chase of a woman or chasing a man, I don't know too many women that chase men, but I know a handful, but not too many. But that chase of a woman is something fierce. Like, it's something different. You don't want to tell your homies too much of, you know, what you may be experiencing with this woman. Because if she become wifey, they know how she fuck, suck, throw it back. You know what I'm saying?
Because somebody else might be like, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to try to go get her.
You got to be real careful on what you say in the very beginning. You know, fucking how good the pussy is, how fat her ass is, how the waves go back when you smashing it from the back, how she sucked the soul out you. You don't want to tell all of that.
It goes the same with females.
Yeah, but we not females, so we can't. We talking to the women. We ain't talking for them.
But I mean, because the only reason I'm saying that because I dealt with a girl whose friend was making certain comments, so I'm like, So I'm like, oh, she running her mouth.
That's the crazy thing too. Like when guys come back, I've sat around guys and they talked about women before that they might have, you know, did something with. I was around a motherfucker that talked about this girl so crazy. I was like, man, I need this ass. Bad. Like he painted a picture that was so vivid, like while he's saying it, I picture my face on his while he was doing what he was doing to her. That's just real. I'm just, you know, listen. Again, don't tell your friends, your homies, you know, too much. If they think you that guy, they gonna assume that you fucked right away. So you don't need to tell them when you fuck, how good the pussy is, none of that shit. They just gonna assume it. So, sitting around, you know, amongst the guys, telling them too much is just crazy. And then shorty become your wife, you are fucked after that. Now you gotta try to get that thought out of their mind, which will never happen. So, you know.
Yeah, that's touchy subject, but yeah, it's just real life, man.
My brother, I never forget, don't be telling people when I was a young boy coming into high school. He said, yo, don't tell people when these older chicks are trying to give you some ass.
That's another one too.
He said, I'm gonna tell you, if you don't tell anybody, you can get it over and over and over again. But the moment you tell, you're gonna tell a big mouth person and they gonna go and say something. It's gonna get back to her and you'll never fuck again. The chase of a woman, the thrill of the hunt, is definitely real. It's definitely real. It's definitely something that guys somewhat speak about amongst their friends. You know, hopefully you get a guy that doesn't tell too much to his friends. But the thrill of the hunt is real. Motherfuckers do, like when they meet you, they get your number, they talking to you on the phone, they will tell their friends something about you that they like. Hopefully it's not too much, but they're going to say something. So.
But like I said, with me, I never looked at it as a hunt or a chase. Never looked at it like that. But some guys do. It's like an adventure.
But we putting it in layman's terms. Like, you wouldn't look at it like a hunt, right? On the podcast. But we were sitting amongst the guys and we wasn't talking on the podcast. This person that you're chasing will be the prey. Because you look at yourself like, what?
What, the hunter? The predator?
if you chasing something, what is the thing? What is it that you're chasing? When you're talking about like the wild, right? What if you're chasing something? What are you chasing?
My prey, so I can eat it.
So the chase, you're chasing the prey, and the thrill is dating, being excited about getting that ass, and that's the hunt.
I mean, I get what, I'm a nerd, so.
I mean, if I have to break it down, that makes sense, don't it?
It does, but the only thing is they're chasing the hunt to survive. They're chasing the prey.
You chasing the prey for what? For your pleasure.
Yeah.
And depending on how great it is, it could be pleasurable for the rest of your life.
Well, I agree. You're right.
So with that being said, we are gonna close out this show. I hope that this was a show for the books and you women out there take something from this. We are giving y'all the real 100%. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, WTW_NYC. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, hit the like, copy, paste it. When we post on Instagram those short clips, repost it, send it to your friends. Please, if y'all support us, y'all like the show, y'all get a laugh out of those short clips, repost it. I mean, you reposting shit of comedians. I see some of you even writing happy birthday under celebrities post that y'all don't know. Y'all know us, you know me, you know Juice. Repost our shit for us, send it to people. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to pay to repost it. Please. God damn, y'all fuck with us, right? Y'all see me in person, y'all talk about the podcast. Y'all got this motherfucker thinking he a celebrity already. So please, with that being said, repost our shit, like our shit, share our shit. Repost it in your stories. You post it in your stories, it go away after 24 hours. You know us. Cut it out. We are closing out the show. I am Mr. Walker. This is my co-host Juice. And with that being said, we rolling, bitches.